In this video, we're going to describe K402 firmware and how it works and what it can do. As you can see on the right, I have some example printouts. You have the sequential ID, you have the date, you have the time, and you have the weight with the product ID at the end. And so we actually have two printouts here. These prints are taking place with the F1 key, and our grand total is taking place on the F2 key. And so I'll show you that behind the scenes here. We'll go into the full setup menu in settings, and if you go to function, I'll close these so you get to see what it looks like. So under the settings tab, if you open function, you can increase your num to 2, and that'll give you two functions, SF1 and SF2. We've assigned SF1 to print on key print F1. So you have to assign your key. We've turned long press on. The printout has been assigned to print 1, which I'm going to show you in a second. And the totalizing function has been set to add. On the next function, special function 2, we've set key F2, so the F2 key is set up as a report key, and that's set up as a print.2. For the clear total option, we have it set up to ask. So I'm going to clear my printed values here on the right, and I'll give you a quick demo of how this works. So I have some weight on the scale. P2 is displayed, which means product 2 is selected. Press print once, you get your value. Press print again, you get your second value. And as you can see, the weight values are being added on the bottom display. So I'll press print one more time, and then I'm going to go to a different product. So to switch products, we're going to use the up and down arrow keys, and I'm going to go to P1. P1 is selected. We'll add some weights to the scale, 1865. Again, we'll press our print key, which is F1, and I've got 2 of those. At this point, the weights can be removed from the scale. All of these values are stored in memory, and so if I wanted to get a report ticket at this point, I could simply press F2, and you'll see that. You get the date, the time, grand total of P1 and grand total of P2, and then the gross totals combined. So these are all like canned prints. They're standard print options. We haven't put any sort of custom print formatting in. You'll see the indicators asking if it wants me to clear the totals. I'll say yes. I'm going to hit OK to clear that, and then I can clear out my ticket, and I believe when I press F2, yes, my totals are empty now. So we'll go back into the settings menu. Again, just to review, we have special function 1 has been set up on F1 as a print key. F2 has been set up as a report key. Print 1, print 2 are both configured under the print menu. There you can see num has been selected for 2, so I have up to 2 unique printout options. And then if you open print 1 and print 2, you can see how they're configured. So print 2 is set up as a report. It's set up on serial 1A, and print 1 is set up as a record. That's also set up on serial 1A. So we have 2 unique printouts, both coming out of the same serial port. Let's see what format B looks like for the record option. So I'll change that to format B. That change happens instantaneously. We'll go back to the display tab, clear that out. I'll put a little weight on there, and then let's print that. Okay, so print B is more of a vertical print, and it also gives you gross tear net output. You may have noticed that the date format here, the date and time, is a little bit different. It's year, month, day. So let's reconfigure that. We'll go back into settings. We'll go to GenOpt. And there, the date format, you can see that it's configured for day, month, year. We're going to change that around. So we'll do month, day, and then we'll do a 4-digit year. Okay, let's go back to display. And let's print again. Okay, there you go. You can see the year format has been updated. 4-digit year, December 13th. The time is set up in 24-hour time. We'll get into that later with custom print formatting on how to change that.